So I know that the more prominent YouTubers are going to do some kind of reviews on these, obviously, eventually. But I couldn't find anything written or otherwise on what the heck these were going to be like. So got a whole box of them today. Um, they came in the mail from NovelKeys, and the description on the NovelKeys site said something like bottoms out like holy pandas, and I can sort of see what they're saying. It doesn't really bottom out like a holy panda because the stem doesn't go all the way down. Here, I guess I should show you. So it's got this box-like kind of stem. You can sort of see it. My camera's pretty garbage, but you can kind of see that it's the sliders that hit the bottom. But there's just a tiny bit left on the top. The stem sticks out a little bit. You can kind of see it. Not very well, but you can kind of see. That's me pressing all the way down. So that is the only way that it really feels like a holy panda, I guess. But it does not bottom out with the stem. The pole, I guess, at the bottom does not hit the bottom of the housing. So it's in that way, it's not really like a holy panda. But the other thing I'm noticing is I was excited to lube these when I got them. But I'm noticing that that's really not necessary at all. And I'm a guy who moves all the switches, and I know some of you are going to think I'm crazy. Some of you are going to say, "Nah, I don't trust this guy. You know, he's obviously insane." But I mean, I'm not gonna bother. There must be some kind of oil on them already. It looks kind of white. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's not an oil because it's like a white grease, maybe. Yeah, it looks a little more like a grease. My camera's not good enough to show you. I mean, I can try, but there's definitely some kind of white grease on there or something on the sliders on the bottom housing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can hear that very well, but they sound like inks. They sound kind of like what you would think a tactile ink would sound like. I think they're 50G actuation, 60 bottom out. They're very crisp. They're a lot like T1s. It's a crisp tactile bump. They're nothing like the KL box switches that are tactile that I've felt anyway. They're much more tactile than that. I would say it's much closer to a T1. Very crisp, no pre-travel, and a little bit of travel after the bump. They're really nice. I'm excited to use them. I'm not even going to bother filming them because there's not much wobble or anything. It's not like you can see. There's a little bit, but it's not that bad. Yeah, I like the bottom out, how they feel. You can sort of hear it. I mean, I'm in the process of replacing this with a cat profile and a brass plate. And I pseudo gasket mounted the case, but yeah, that kind of gives you an idea of what they sound like, I guess, until somebody else puts a better video on. So get to it, guys.